And we are underway. We will try to adjust as we can. It's going to start off with a touchback. Give me 1 second, and I will get the scoreboard operational for you. It's going to start with a handoff. And that is not what I want on the preview. See if it is responsive. It is, all right. We were getting somewhere with this. This is, it was working before the game. And I know we're dealing with some audio issues. Another handoff, making it to the 40. There is a flag on the play, and that potentially will bring it back. Holding on the offense, and it will be coming back. Another handoff up the middle, and he's got some room to run, making it all the way to the 43. All right. Sorry about that. We were troubleshooting some technical difficulties. Let me make sure all of my audio stuff is set correctly.
Nice play right there by number 0. Mario Jacobs on the pass breakup. Going to bring up 3rd down for First Coast.
And we should be almost good to go as far as audio goes. Game-wise, we've got it going. I'm going to drop this down just a little bit. Let's see. That's not the one he's using. He's using this one. That makes sense. There we go. All right, I will get the clock matched up. And it is 3rd down. All right. Thank you for bearing with us as we try to get this working. The only thing I have left to fix is making sure that I can hear my headphones, and I can now. So we are good to go. Thank you for bearing with me as we had some technical difficulties trying to get the stream up and running. As the weather coming in, we were trying to check the radar and make sure we were going to be good to go. And it was showing that it was going to be coming in, so we were trying to make sure we were covered as best as possible. And appears our internet is bugging out. So let me get that out towards the window. It's not showing the live. All right. I'm going to restart. Looking to pass and throwing it away.
And that pass is out of bounds. We'll bring up 4th down for First Coast.
All right. So with a 4th down, First Coast will be prepared to punt it away. And that is going high and nowhere. That ended up being almost a backwards punt.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to thank our sponsors.
All right, and I'm going to try to see if I can get this working any better. Our internet, I believe, is working now. I'm just waiting to see if the broadcast is actually up and running on my phone to double check it. Also to catch the comments from you guys. So let's go to SSB's YouTube channel where we will check this. And we are not showing live on the YouTube. So where is this going to is the question. Oakleaf's going to start off passing and a little overthrown. Incomplete. And I'll make sure the clock is corrected once we make sure the stream is up and running properly. The recording I know is showing. It is the restream that is not showing up for me and I want to make sure that is working for you guys.
Inside handoff. Like there was number.
All right, so I am back. I do apologize for the delay. We have been trying to troubleshoot the stream issue, and it just does not seem to be wanting to work. So we're going to be basing this off of the recording, and we've got 3:51 left to go. I will try to catch myself back up with what's going on in the game. And while we were away, we had an Oakleaf touchdown from Jack McKissick, rushing his way in after the line left him open for just an easy scamper in. And I'm going to get some rosters pulled up to make sure that we've got those updated. Max Preps, from what I was told, the First Coast roster is correct, so we'll be grabbing that. And then Oakleaf will do the same thing. And we'll grab roster. All right, First Coast is going to punt it away once again. This ball is going to bounce for take a First Coast bounce down to the 39 and be down there. And I will get the clock matched up, and we will be good to go as far as the recording goes. And I will be keep checking the stream to see if I can get that pulled online. All right, Oakleaf will take over on downs and start it off with the run up the right-hand gap. It's going to be Fareed Coleman on the carry. It's going to be an easy first down. Let's see what's going on with the internet. Here's what I'll do. All right, we're going to try plugging directly into the Wi-Fi box. Good scamper up the left-hand side, still running, making it past the 20 into the red zone. It's going to be Mike Connor on the carry. I've got to have the Wi-Fi box past it, otherwise I get feedback. There we go. All right, we will catch the clock up once again. It's going to be a backwards pass on the right-hand side taken, and he will get out of bounds right around the line of scrimmage.
Short gain on that play by number 7, Trace Burney's going to bring up second down for the night.
And that's going to be number 7, Trace Burney, on the reception and run. That's going to bring up 2nd and 8 for the Knights. Another handoff. This time to Coleman with a short gain almost to the 15, spotted at, looks like the 14. And we will bring up 3rd down for the Knights. 3rd and 5. All right, there's going to be a flag, and it's going to be a false start.
False start on the offense.
So that'll push him back.
Still third down. Another flag on its way.
And there's another flag.
And actually, we're going to have a timeout on the field by Oakleaf.
Scratch that. Timeout Oakleaf. And I will try to get this clock matched up once again. And I'm still trying to see if I can get the broadcast working.
And nice improvisation there by Jack McKissick, getting that pass out to number 7, Trace Purdy.
All right, let's try to get this online. I know it's got buffering. All right, that's going to be C.J. Moses on the carry.
And that carry is going to bring up second down.
There we go. We are live once again. Man, that's not normal for us to have to deal with the restream just kicking offline for some reason, but it did tonight. I do appreciate those that are joining in now. As we try to catch back up at the end of the first quarter. Currently, your lead, Oakleaf 7, First Coast 0. And ending the first quarter with a player down. That is going to be number 33, C.J. Moses, who had just carried the ball towards the goal line and is now having the trainers come check him out. And I will switch to the Wi-Fi since the stream seems to, well, it's got a little bit of buffering. Nope, I think it's fine on the Ethernet, actually.
C.J. Moses, as he comes off the field. That's the end of the quarter. Your score after one, your Oakleaf Knights 7, First Coast 0. Once again, we want to thank our sponsors tonight. True Cement Solutions, Oakleaf Cairo, Clay Electric, 84 Lumber.
All right, this should kick it back online.
The West Bank Group of Realty, your local Geico Insurance.
There we go. All right. I do apologize to everyone. We are experiencing severe technical difficulties. The weather is playing havoc with our equipment. We are, I guess, experiencing a dead spot in the camera as our canopy. This is the first time we've had them down on that side of the field. I believe Courtney will try to troubleshoot and get that as best as he can fixed. Again, I do apologize with the stream. We'll just go as if it's recorded currently. I'm going to have to stand. Jack McKissick keeps it, breaches the goal line. That would be a touchdown, Oakleaf.
That touchdown was presented to you by Normandy Lake Dentistry.
And I do apologize once again. We're getting the camera sorted, trying to keep it dry in this weather, as it is not torrential downpouring, but it's enough that it will mess up the equipment if we're not careful with it. So we'll try to get that sorted. There we go. This is the first time we've been down to that side of the field. And that extra point is good. So with the extra point and the touchdown, Oakleaf will be leading 14-0 against First Coast at the start of the second. And I do see the stream still cutting in and out, so we'll just go off of the recording. And the first quarter, recording-wise, we have the footage, but we'll have to treat it and maybe rebroadcast and broadcast and commentate over it, as it was fighting us the entire time. So much so, not even my phone. I don't know if my phone's connection is bad, but I can't even get the stream to pull up on my phone fully live. It's still buffering there. So I will try to go off of that as best as possible. But it seems like it is going to be playing havoc all night tonight with our live stream just kicking on and off. All right, I've got the current one pulled up, so I'll keep having to switch between them. We're going to kick it off. That will be fielded at the goal line and brought out. He's going to reach the 20. There's a flag thrown. Reaching the 35 all the way to the 40 before finally being brought down. There are multiple flags at the 20, the 23, and the 38. And we'll see what the call is. As they try to get these sorted out. This will be the start of a first down, and we'll get the clock lined up as well.
Like the call was holding on First Coast, so it's going to
and there will be a holding call on First Coast. So whatever progress they may have made, they will be backed up and placed at the 13-yard line to start their drive, 1st and 10. It's going to be a keeper going left-hand side of the field. That's going to be number 1, David Hunter. And Oakleaf is saying that they have stripped and recovered the ball, and they did.
Oakleaf creates the turnover, 1st and 10.
Turnover, Oakleaf, as they recover the ball for a takeover, and it's going to be placed for them 1st and down at the 20. Scratch that, 21. As we watch the officials play handoff the entire way of the field. Well, just because I know the stream has been on and off, I will try to catch you up with what happened. So in the first quarter, Oakleaf forced a 3-and-out from First Coast, and then from the punt, drove down the field and rushed in for a touchdown to lead 6. Then scored the extra point, obviously, and then forced another 3-and-out. So the first punt went absolutely nowhere. The punt, it was probably kicked maybe at the 30. It landed at the 35 and then bounced back to the 30. So the initial punt from First Coast went absolutely nowhere, giving optimal field position for Oakleaf to score, which they did. The second 3-and-out punt went and had a decent First Coast bounce at about the 40, maybe the 35. I believe it was a 38, and then Oakleaf drove down the field with eventually C.J. Moses scoring that. Now they've got optimal field position after a turnover and a passing play intercepted in the end zone, and he's going to bring it out. No flags in the play, so it is going to be an interception, and he's getting all the way to the 40, almost the 45. That's going to be an interception. I'm trying to get the number.
Around the 42-yard line, 43-yard line.
Could not get the number based off the camera. I'll try to get it off of the replay. It's a good read on the pass. I believe. I'm trying to still get the number. I'm not seeing it. He's down. Number 11, I believe. I am not quite positive. But either way, nonetheless, a great interception from First Coast to stop a third Oakleaf touchdown early in this game. And they will take over with roughly 11 minutes remaining in the second. Once again, I do apologize for the technical difficulties we had in the earlier part of the stream. The weather, again, was playing havoc with setup and with the equipment itself. The pass will be tipped by number 11 for Oakleaf. That's going to be Ashnell Lucius. And so that ball will be tipped and batted essentially down. It won't go anywhere. And that'll bring up a second down for First Coast with, now that the clock is actually showing the correct number, 10:52 remaining in the second. Be a handoff on the left-hand side, and that is to number 10, Aiden Coates, who's going to gain roughly 5. We'll say 6 for a 3rd and 4 remaining, and the clock winding to the 10:30 mark. First Coast has not been able to score thus far and barely even get to the red zone. So their offense needs to get on the same page. This third down pass is what I assume it would be. Definitely needs to be a good one for them to maintain their position in this game. It is going to be a handoff, and he is immediately met in the backfield. That's going to be number 18 for Oakleaf, Daquan Beecham. And an injured First Coast player on the field after that. And that's going to be number 56, Isaiah Jackson, who is down on that play. So while they tend to him, we will take our first official break as the buffering and issues, I do apologize again once for. We'll take a break and hear a word from our partner as I fix the clock during that. We do thank First Coast Baptist Church of Orange Park for their partnership during this football season, and we'll hear from them now.
First Baptist Church of Orange Park was founded in 1921. Suffice to say, much has changed in Orange Park, Clay County, and the world since then. Though much has changed in the world, our mission remains the same. We are a church intent on fulfilling that mission and are strategically engaged in our community through partnerships with local schools, sports teams, veterans organizations, and more. We are a family equipping church. We invite you to check us out at firstfam.org or join us in person at 1140 Kingsley Avenue, Orange Park, Florida.
We'd like to once again thank First Baptist Church of Orange Park for their partnership with us this football season and remind you that we are 100% open to new partnerships. If you would like to work with us, maybe help us get some better weather coverings for our equipment, we would love to have your assistance and partnership with the broadcast. We've got a lot of things we're working on for the basketball season and even into potentially a very nice baseball season, which we have not been able to do thus far. That is a really high expectation we're hoping to have here in the coming time. So if you would like to partner with us, we would love to have you reach out to us on our social medias, and we will respond and get back with you. And First Coast is going to punt this away. Hopefully we see a better one. That is a high punt or high snap, nearly blocked. That'll go about 20 yards, be fielded. And he's going out the right side. That was number 12 on the fielding of the punt, and Jordan Price. And he will bring it back to about the 38-yard line for Oakleaf to once again take over. And with a first down. And at the end of that play, there was a personal foul on First Coast, which will push the 38-yard starting position farther forward with a 15-yard penalty. And that will push them into First Coast territory to the 48. And I will be up and down as everybody with their umbrellas and standing is blocking the far end of the field. It's going to be a handoff to Coleman, who's going to force his way forward, still pushing, and they will finally blow it dead after he reaches the 35. And that'll be another first down for Oakleaf. I'd like to once again thank those of you joining us as the stream is officially looking like it's working to its fullest potential. We do apologize for the technical difficulties we had getting the game started. Again, the weather playing havoc with our equipment and our setup. We've got it up and running now. The internet was not wanting to work either, so we're trying to go off of hot spots. Coleman once again carrying. He's got an easy first down again. It'll get to about the 22-yard line.
He picks up another Gordon Chevrolet first down.
Before being finally brought down out of bounds. That will stop the clock, but he will have got the first down, pushing nearly into the First Coast red zone for the fourth time tonight. Oakleaf is proving that the losses that they've had this season thus far are not going to tempt them tonight with another one. Coleman pushing again. This time all the way down to the 15.
Nice gain there again by
And that will be enough to get him 7 yards, 2nd and 3. Jack McKissick with Coleman in the backfield. Another handoff to Coleman. He'll take it up the middle. breach the 10 and all the way down into about the 8-yard line. But that will be enough for a first down. First and goal, Oakleaf. Freed hyping his team up as they are about to make their next goal line breach attempt. Number 29 in the backfield.
Ezra Brown on that carry. Going to bring up second down for the Knights.
That carry going not really much of anywhere. Coleman will come back in. Scratch that. That was number 28, Ezra Brown. His jersey was a little folded, so it looked like a 9. Ezra Brown on that carry may have lost a yard on that. And it'll bring up second and goal. McKissick under center. Coleman in the backfield. And number 88, Anthony Salas, picking up the block. Coleman's met at around the 10-yard line, and he will get right back to the line of scrimmage. First Coast trying to prove that they can hold on this third and goal and stop Oakleaf from scoring again. The last time Oakleaf was trying to score, an interception was caught by First Coast, brought to nearly the 45, and then penalties brought it back. And that's about where the stream is fully working, so you guys can definitely catch that progress. But we'll start from here. Third and goal. McKissick with Coleman. Handing it off to Coleman up the middle. He's going to push to about the 5. That will bring up a fourth and goal.
Fourth down and goal for the Knights.
Knights trying to just force run their way in, and First Coast holding one more time. They only need one more for a turnover. However, that would put them in very terrible field position. So they really need a good hold to at least try to keep them at the line of scrimmage at the 5 where they're at right now. Otherwise, they're going to be deep in their own territory to take over with the turnover. McKissick with Coleman again. Looking for a hard count. Nothing. And there will be a delay of game on Oakleaf. So the progress that they had made to get them to the 5 with the delay of game will push them back to the 10, and they'll bring on the field goal unit for a fourth and goal field goal attempt to put 3 on the board. It's going to be number 30 on the attempt, Sam Pena. The kick is up, and it is good. Pena is good from 10. That's number 15 on the hold. That's Rodney Townsend Jr. And with that, that'll put Oakleaf up 17-0. 5:11 remaining in the second. All right, we're getting ready to kick off here with Oakleaf. And I'm trying to, there we go. That sounds a little better. And after the field goal from Pena, getting the crowd mic working, that kickoff will be fielded at about the 36 by number 11.
On the return, he's stacked up.
He's going to be stopped at around the 38. That was Jalen Pollard. And a flag is thrown late, potentially on number 2, Marley Moe. Or number 4, as he's pointing at Oakleaf, number 4, which is Jermaine Robinson. Unsportsmanlike on number 4. So they are going to call an unsportsmanlike on Jermaine Robinson.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on Oakleaf that's going to move the ball up to.
And that will push the ball even farther
Oakleaf
forward
territory,
into Oakleaf territory down to the 48.
where First Coast will take over, take over 1st and 10.
First down for First Coast. 4:59 remaining in the second. Currently scoreless. Hoping to change that here. None of their run or pass game has been working thus far. They've got an empty backfield and a false start.
Flag on the play.
And that was on number 64 for First Coast,
False start on the offense.
Darius Sanders. Well, that will push them back into their own territory to the 47. And I believe they're going to take an official water break. So with that, we will take another break and come back after a word from our partner, First Baptist Church of Orange Park.
First Baptist Church of Orange Park was founded in 1921. Suffice to say, much has changed in Orange Park, Clay County, and the world since then. Though much has changed in the world, our mission remains the same. We are a church intent on fulfilling that mission and are strategically engaged in our community through partnerships with local schools, sports teams, veterans organizations, and more. We are a family equipping church. We invite you to check us out at firstfam.org or join us in person at 1140 Kingsley Avenue, Orange Park, Florida.
Welcome back once again to Friday Night Lights on SSB. Just in case, because again the stream was not working at the beginning, I'm Garrett Bindford, Courtney Wallace up on the camera. And we are getting ready to watch First Coast take their first official snap on their drive. It's going to be a keeper by number 1, getting nowhere, maybe a loss of 1. That's David Hunter, sophomore. And that was Daquan Beecham on the sack. They're going to say he made it to the goal, to the line of scrimmage, so it'll be 2nd and 15. Scratch that 2nd and 17 after that loss. Ball's at the 45. So from what I'm seeing from the First Coast roster, they really just don't have a lot of senior leadership in their offense, mainly their quarterback. Starting quarterback is a sophomore, so he's just not going to have a lot of that experience that a senior would have. Number 7 on the carry, Tony Kennedy, is a senior who also, according to the roster, is athletic player, quarterback, and safety. So a mixed position player. He'll get a yard on the carry, then he'll bring up a 3rd down. But you've got a sophomore calling the shots in the backfield, who, no matter what kind of athlete he is, just only has, high school experience, only has 2 years at this point. Freshman year, most of the time, at least in my experience, has been sitting on the bench, and he'll be sacked by number 52 from Oakleaf. That's going to be Christopher Jules on the sack. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Gonna bring up fourth
And the
down
punting unit for First Coast.
for First Coast.
Once again, getting nowhere on this drive. Clock winding down into the 3-minute mark. And I still don't have my binoculars, so some of these numbers, again, I'm going off of the camera just to spot them for you. Another kind of high, slow snap. And that would have been blocked had number 8 for First Coast not been there to kind of stop the incoming Oakleaf player.
And that punt is down.
Miguel Jimenez.
The 10-yard line where
And the ball will be spotted and touched at the 10. So a decent punt that time. Took a good First Coast roll down to the 10 where Oakleaf will take over once again with a first down. McKissick with Coleman in the backfield. And their running game has been working thus far. I mean, the pass game has as well, but the running game really. So, handing off to Coleman, who's just going to push his way up the middle for an easy 5 yards.
inside run there for a short gain by number 2, Buck Coleman. Going to bring up second down for Oakleaf.
We'll say 4 yards, 2nd and 6 remaining after Coleman's carry. McKissick with Coleman again. Trace Burney in motion. McKissick looking to pass and getting swallowed.
And the Buccaneers.
That's going to be number 30 on the sack. Quinton Wiggum. So McKissick not being able to really find much of any room and having his own lineman brought down on top of him as well. That'll push them back inside the 10 to about the 8. And that'll bring up a third down. Just under a minute remaining. McKissick looking to pass once again, scrambling, not finding anything. And there will be a holding call. That was definite holding on number 54.
There is a penalty on the play.
And the clock will wind down to about the 42nd mark. It's going to be a holding on the offense as number 18 for First Coast, Jamin Hill, was trying to get away from Isaiah Piraval.
The offense, that penalty was declined by First Coast.
First Coast will decline it, which will bring up 4th down. And what I would assume is going to be the Oakleaf punting unit. Yep, they are taking the field. 40 seconds remaining in the second. Oakleaf to punt away for the first time tonight. Ball will land and takes a First Coast bounce, and then number 3
ball is down.
Dives into it, TJ Early, to stop it from going any farther towards the Oakleaf territory to get a good spot on it at the 34. And with that play, we will reset the downs, wind the clock down to 21 seconds remaining in the second. First Coast getting 21 seconds to make anything out of this first half. with their offense kind of stagnating every single time they try to do anything. It's going to be Hunter in the backfield, number 1, with his running back. Passing play. He's going to scramble, taking himself to the 35.
Is met by a bunch of knights there.
Right around the line of scrimmage. Actually, a loss of 1. Trying to do it himself
Robinson was in on that play.
and not having it.
They had a meeting at the quarterback.
There is a holding on the offense. So the scramble is going to be
back them up a little bit.
Negated and backed up. So they will have a first and let's see. I'm going to say almost 20. Yeah, first and 20 with 7 seconds remaining as the clock is running. And they will not take the snap. That'll run it into halftime. Your score at the half, 17-0, Oakleaf. We thank you for joining us. I know it's been a short broadcast thus far. It's definitely felt short. I feel like there's a whole nother quarter we should have to play before we go to the halftime show, but technical difficulties will do that to you. We do thank you for joining us thus far. This is the live broadcast, so if you see the other ones on the channel, those were the technical difficulties. We do thank you for joining this one, and we'll catch you back after the Oakleaf halftime show, and I'll try to grab some scores from around the area, as last week was a very off week with a bye week for almost everyone. So we'll try to catch up on some records and some scores as the halftime show will kick off after we hear a word from our partner, First Baptist Church of Orange Park. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
First Baptist Church of Orange Park was founded in 1921. Suffice to say, much has changed in Orange Park, Clay County, and the world since then. Though much has changed in the world, our mission remains the same. We are a church intent on fulfilling that mission and are strategically engaged in our community through partnerships with local schools, sports teams, veterans organizations, and more. We are a family equipping church. We invite you to check us out at firstfam.org or join us in person at 1140 Kingsley Avenue, Orange Park, Florida.
Welcome back. We will get the halftime show set up and started for you as the Oakleaf NJROTC it takes the field. All right, I will have the crowd mic on so we can hear what's going on and enjoy the halftime show. We will be right back with our commentary and some score updates from around the area in just a bit.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Oakleaf High School's 2025 homecoming ceremony. Tonight we'll be presenting our homecoming court, but before we do, we'd like to recognize the alumni of Oakleaf High School who have joined us this evening. All former graduates of Oakleaf High School, please stand at this time so we can recognize you. Ladies and gentlemen, please give our alumni a round of applause as they came out on this wet and rainy night. Thank you, Knights. It's great to have you all back. Now, to introduce the 2025 homecoming court, Representing our freshman class is Lady Angelina Trisotto. Angelina is the daughter of Roger and Elizabeth Trisotto. She is a member of the ACE program and Future Minds. After graduation, Angelina plans to continue her education in college and work towards a fulfilling career. Escorting Angelina tonight is Lord Lucas Tant. Lucas is the son of Amy and Jason Tant. He is a member of the OHS Christian Club. After high school, he plans to join the Air Force. He also hopes to become more involved in his church and eventually open one of his own. Representing our sophomore class, we have Duchess Jay Garcia. Jay is the daughter of Tracy and Greg Garcia. She is a member of the ACE program and the OHS varsity cheer team. After graduation, Jay plans to go to the University of Alabama and pursue a career in medical law, as her dream job is to be a medical malpractice lawyer. Escorting Jay tonight is Duke Connor Tant. Connor is the son of Amy and Jason Tant. Connor is part of the OHS varsity baseball team, and after graduation, he plans to pursue a degree in business while continuing to play baseball. Representing our junior class, we have Princess Anaya Davidson. Anaya is the daughter of Iris and Sam Davidson. She is currently a board member for the Link Crew Leaders. After high school, Anaya hopes to attend LSU, where she will study dermatology. She is also planning to attend cosmetology school. Escorting Anaya tonight is Prince Aiden Burnt. Aiden is the son of Samantha Spence. Aiden is part of the National Honor Society, Future Minds, and Fashioning and Modeling, also Link Crew, and the OCC, the Oakleaf Christian Club. After high school, Aiden plans to attend college. While he is still deciding on a major, he hopes to become an entrepreneur and embrace opportunities as a risk taker. Representing our senior class, we have Queen nominee Miss Olivia Rosado. Olivia is the daughter of Jason Rosado and Katie Bertrand. Olivia is a member of the Science National Honor Society, camp counselor at Get Air, and a former all-star sideline cheerleader. After high school, Olivia plans to attend the University of Miami, majoring in medical sonography with the intent to go to medical school and eventually work at the Mayo Clinic here in Jacksonville. Escorting Olivia tonight is King nominee Mr. Vladimir Adamsey. He is the son of Verland and Iglace Adamsey. Vladimir is a part of the OHS varsity baseball team, track and field, wrestling, and a former band member. After high school, Vladimir plans to pursue a football career and is considering majoring in mechanical engineering or finance. He hopes to attend the University of Michigan, go blue, and become a figure of inspiration for the younger generation. Also representing our senior class, we have Queen nominee Miss Ava Tober. Ava is the daughter of Natalie Pravada and the sister of Levi Tober. She is a part of the OHS softball team and a member of the HOSA. She's also a member of Athletic Leadership Council, Rising Above, and Science National Honor Society. After high school, Ava plans to attend Florida A&M in hopes of pursuing a career as a pediatric nurse. Ava is escorted tonight by King nominee Jakari Bailey. Jakari is the son of Ansel Holsey and Fabian Thompson. He is a member of the Science National Honor Society, Forensics Club, Future Educators of America, and is currently enrolled in our early college program. After high school, Jakari plans to attend FAMU and major in criminal justice with the goal of pursuing a master's in cyber criminology and eventually opening his own firm. Next, representing our senior class, we have Queen nominee Alicia Wiseman. She is the daughter of Melody Wiseman. Alicia is a member of the HOSA, Filipino Club, Future Minds, Fashion Modeling Club, Community Night, NHS, NAHS, NTHS, SNHS, and Rho Kappa. After high school, she plans to attend UNF or UCF and major in either a medical field or fashion. She's escorted tonight by Senior King nominee Jacob Emlano. Jacob is the son of John. He is part of the OHS track and field team, cross country, and a member of the Christian Club and the NHS. After high school, Jacob plans to serve at the Global Youth Ministry over the summer and attend Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University to study aerospace engineering while continuing to run track in college. Performing the crowning of the King and Queen, we have the honor of our reigning 2025 Miss and Mr. OHS, Itzo Rojas Pasebo and Grant Pepple. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big round of applause for our 2025 Oakleaf High School Homecoming Court. Before we announce the winners of this year's court, we would like to also share the results of this year's competitions. For 2025, we had 3 separate trophies: Best Hallway, Best School Spirit by Dressing Up, and the Overall Spirit Cup. Throughout the week, students participated in various homecoming week activities, showing off their creativity, enthusiasm, and school spirit. Each trophy is awarded by category to recognize the efforts of all grades. The winners of this year's Best School Spirit by Dressing Up was determined by the total amount of class participation in the various dress-up days. So, winning the Best School Spirit by Dressing Up Cup is the seniors. The winner of this year's Best Hallway Decoration, which was determined by the total number of hallway decoration points, and the Best Decorated Hallway is the class of 2026. The winner of this year's Spirit Cup was determined by the total from the hallway decorating competition, class participation in the dress-up days throughout the week, and the pep rally winners. So, for overall Spirit points for the week, in 4th place, we have the class of 2029, the freshmen. In 3rd place is the class of 2028, the sophomore. In 2nd place, we have the class of 2027, the juniors. And winning the coveted 2025 Spirit Cup is the seniors, class of 2026. Congratulations, seniors. Congratulations, homecoming court. And now, the time you have all been waiting for. We will first start by crowning our homecoming king. Your 2025 Oakleaf High School homecoming king is Vladimir Adamson. Congratulations to Vladimir. Finally, we will crown tonight's homecoming queen. The winner of Oakleaf High School's 2025 homecoming queen is Miss Olivia Rosado. Congratulations, Olivia and Vladimir. Let's give one more round of applause to all of our 2025 homecoming court. Thank you all for coming out to support Oakleaf High School. Enjoy the rest of the game, and remember, Knights, stay golden. Oakleaf High School to the American Cancer Society. We have our principal, Justin Fluent, our athletic director, Rodney DeBose, and a representative from the American Cancer Society receiving the check.
Welcome back to Friday Night Lights on Sunshine State Broadcasting. We have to mute the mics during the halftime performance. Mainly, well, we do it during the homecoming, obviously, but afterwards, because of the music being played, actually, we'll have most of the YouTube stream muted afterwards if we don't. So that is why it's muted. But we will go over some scores in the area. Impact Christian Academy versus PS FAS, currently in the third, start of the third, 25-7. Madison County versus Rains. Madison County 14, Rains 19, start of the third. Fletcher versus Mandarin in the second, what I would assume is probably close to halftime at this point. Fletcher 6, Mandarin 7. That's going to be a low kick, fielded at about the 15. It's going to be brought out, scrambling in his own players, and it's going to be right about the 30, maybe the 29. All right, I don't know how accurate this is because I did watch our game last week. Apparently was in sixth overtime at one point with the score being 68-0, I believe it was. So I don't know how correct this is, but currently in the third, Riverside versus Englewood. Riverside leads 52-0 is what it's saying. Keswick Christian versus Eagles View. Keswick Christian is losing by 1, 6-7. Baldwin versus Wolfson. Baldwin leads 35-0. Columbia versus Ridgeview. Columbia 36, Ridgeview 0. Let's see. Andrew Jackson versus Bowles. Bowles leads 34-0 at half. Passing play. It's going to be incomplete. Fleming Island versus Beachside says in progress, so we won't get that score till it's officially over, as there's no score at the game. Yulee versus Ferdinand Beach. I believe that's who they're playing. Let's see. Yep, Ferdinand Beach is going to be Yulee 21, Ferdinand Beach 0. Obviously, Oakleaf versus First Coast is what we're covering tonight. Ponte Vedra versus Middleburg. Oh, Coleman up the middle. Good scramble, 45-yard line. First down. All right, Ponte Vedra versus Middleburg, another district rivalry that we needed to watch. Ponte Vedra leads 13-7. So having a tougher time with Middleburg, and that's at halftime. Tougher time with Middleburg than they had with Fleming. Creekside versus Atlantic Coast. Creekside leads at half 14-0. Passing on this play. It's going to be caught by number 12, Jordan Price. He's going up the right-hand side, and he'll finally go out of bounds. But enough for a first down. That'll move the chains inside First Coast territory. All right, let's see what else we've got. Bradford versus Newberry. Bradford 7-0 in the first. Bernie in motion. Passes to number 1, Mike Connor, and he'll get to the left side of the field before going out of bounds. It'll be Michael Connor III.
Just short of the first down.
Just short of the first down, not at the first down. Now, those are your local scores. Like I said, we got a couple that we'll take a look at once they're final, and that's going to be Fleming Beachside is going to be a big one. And other than that, it's kind of just checking on the ranked district teams after their scores are finalized. It's going to be McKissick with Coleman in the backfield. It will be a 2nd and 1. Bernie in motion. Fake the handoff to Colton. Pitch it to Bernie. Flag on the play. Bernie's still going at about the 10, the 5, and he will scamper in for a touchdown. Don't know if it'll count those since there is a flag, and I believe it's going to be an offensive holding on maybe number 52. It is a holding on the offense.
Holding on the offense.
And that'll bring back that run. So, no. So it'll still be second down, but it'll be second and should be 6. Scratch that. That is a 10-yard penalty in high school. Second and 11. I was thinking 5. Second and 11. 10:21 to go. Second down from the 26-yard line. Passing play could not get hauled in. It was intended for number 1, Mike Connor.
It's going to bring up third down for Oakleaf.
All right, third down coming up. McKissick with Coleman in the backfield. And a whistle be blown for mouthpiece. Oakleaf looking hard count, getting nothing. Play clock should be winding down here. If they're not careful, they're going to delay a game. It'll be a handoff to Coleman, right-hand side, being met. Number 12 on the stop.
Coleman for a short run.
That is Justin Virginia. And number 30 was there also. If he hadn't stopped him, that will be Quentin Wingham. And there is a flag on the play. The officials will confer, and we'll wait for the call. Dead ball infraction, personal foul on First Coast, and that will push them forward.
You can hear me, fans. That's a personal foul on the Buccaneers. It's going to be a first down for the Knights.
That'll bring up first down for the Knights. 9:59 remaining. Ball will be spotted at the 10-yard line. Very close to the left hash. And that'll be first and goal. Another fake. They're going to do the same play. Another penalty coming in.
Loss on that play. We have a flag and now another flag. It is thrown in the end zone.
Flag in the end zone as well. One of them looks like it's going to be a holding call. The other one possibly a personal foul on an Oakleaf player. Dead ball infraction, personal foul on Oakleaf.
Both of those penalties look like they were on the Knights.
Holding and personal foul, like I called, and that'll push them back.
Back the Knights up.
With that first and goal from the, I believe the 30, maybe the 35. Yeah, it will be the 35. So 2 penalties push them from a 1st and goal at the 10 to a 1st and goal at the 35. No chance of a new first down. They have to make a touchdown in these 4 plays or it will be a turnover. So putting the Oakleaf offense in a very tough situation here. That same play that they ran with the fake to Coleman and the pitch to Bernie, both times has ended with a holding call, and then the personal foul on top of that, pushing him into a very difficult situation. McKissick's going to try to keep it. He'll make it to the line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of 2 before 2 First Coast defenders meet him, and that's number 15, Trayshawn Martin, and number 30, Quentin Wiggum, meeting him basically near or at the line of scrimmage for looks like a 2-yard game is where they're going to spot it. And number 52 will be told to leave the field for Oakleaf. That is Christopher Jules for a mouthpiece infraction again. So he will have to come out for at least 1 play. And number 62 will come in for him, Trent Glover. Clock still winding. It's going to be a handoff to Coleman, left-hand side, making some room. He will get down to the 32.
Third down and goal.
And it'll be 3rd and goal. First Coast wanting another stop here. And a penalty flag will fly. And this one probably is going to be on First Coast. So maybe some free yards here for Oakleaf to put them in better position in this 3rd and goal from the 32. Dead ball infraction, personal foul. It is on Oakleaf at the sideline. Number 12.
Personal foul against Oakleaf.
That is Jordan Price.
And we have a timeout for Oakleaf.
And an official a timeout for Oakleaf, 8:09 remaining. Jordan Price with the personal foul, pushing them farther back, and he is trying to explain to the coach what he did. This is a 3rd and goal, 2nd and goal because of the penalty. It should be a third. It was after the play, so they should not get a repeat of a down on this. And they are at the 42, 43, somewhere right there. It's hard to see the hashes because that is a torn up part of the field. But they've really got to solve whatever's going on right now. They had a good drive going at the beginning of the game, and now they've got penalty after penalty that's forcing them farther and farther backwards in a and goal situation. And they're going to get their play call and try to figure this out. This is a little ridiculous at this point between the holding and the personal fouls. Let's hope they can get something figured out here. They only have 2 downs to go 42 yards. We'll say 42. No, we'll go 43. 43 yards. It's hard, again, to see the hashes in that part of the field. I'd say in the 43. 3rd and goal from the 43. McKissick's going to dump it off. That's going to be caught by number 1, Mike Connor, and he'll make it to about the 20, and another penalty will come in. That should be a 4th and goal situation, and I imagine if it is on Oakleaf, First Coast may just decline it to get the 4th situation from the 20, as it would force Oakleaf to pass 20 yards, which they have not done a 20-yard pass thus far. Mike Connor seems to be limping off the field, and he will be coming off, looking like a quad. Holding on the offense.
That call was holding against Oakleaf.
And that'll be another backing up for Oakleaf as the rain starts to come down even harder. So definitely not going to see a 20-yard pass. They're going to spot them at the 30. So a third and goal from the 30. And it looks like there will be another timeout for Oakleaf. Yep, another timeout, Oakleaf. So this is not a good way to start your second half. You are not even halfway through the third quarter. I don't know what happened to them during halftime, but you're not even halfway through your third quarter, and you've burned 2 of your 3 timeouts for the half at this point. What is going on with the Oakleaf team? You do not want to go into a fourth quarter situation, no timeouts, and have First Coast get their act together, because then at that point it's clock management if they're doing better, and you right now are showing you can't even sustain a drive down the field. Let's get it together, guys. And number 12 coming off the field, Jordan Price. And it is still 3rd and goal from the 30. They are going to pass to Trace Burney. He's going to break a tackle, get to about the 20, and be brought down. Now that'll bring up 4th and goal from the 20.
That's going to bring up 4th and goal. Jack McKissick was on that pass.
That'll be McKissick to Burney, and they will bring on number 30, Sam Pena, to attempt from the 20. And with where he's spotted, it looks like potentially a 35-yard field goal. To put 3 on the board. And late players on the field, number 55 at the 52, and that'll push Oakleaf back with an illegal substitution penalty. So instead of a 35, it is now going to be a 40-yard field goal attempt. And we've got movement on the left-hand side of the line, and it's going to be encroachment. No chance at a first down, so that'll just move the field goal closer. Back to the original 35-yard attempt. Scratch that with where the ball is going to be placed. It'll be a 36. He takes a delay, and it does not make it.
It's no good.
So no good on that. First Coast will take over after whatever that was with the Oakleaf drive. I don't even know what to call that. I guess a team reckoning situation where they're trying to figure out who they are at this point in the game. We've seen good things from them thus far, but right now it is not that. It's going to be an FHSAA water break, and with that we will take a break of our own. We'll hear from our partner, First Baptist Church of Orange Park. Thanks for watching. We'll be right back.
First Baptist Church of Orange Park was founded in 1921. Suffice to say, much has changed in Orange Park, Clay County, and the world since then. Though much has changed in the world, our mission remains the same. We are a church intent on fulfilling that mission and are strategically engaged in our community through partnerships with local schools, sports teams, veterans organizations, and more. We are a family equipping church. We invite you to check us out at firstfam.org or join us in person at 1140 Kingsley Avenue, Orange Park, Florida.
Thank you once again to First Baptist Church of Orange Park for your partnership with us this football season here on Sunshine State Broadcasting. We are looking at a 1st and 10 for First Coast as they try to make something out of what was a very terrible Oakleaf drive for them to start at the 26. Sorry, 22. It looks like where they spotted the ball. And more penalties, it looks like. Personal foul on First Coast.
First Coast.
And that'll push First Coast back. And that was a dead ball infraction, so they will lose the down as well. Official conversing with the First Coast line, and I'm not John Boy, but it looks like it was come on guys, let's stop that and just play some football. Got some kids playing over in the end zone with the ball on the field, trying to scramble, getting nowhere, and that's going to be, looks like number 13. It is number 13 on the sack. That is Josiah Brown. So at least the Oakleaf defense has figured out what they need to do to keep the game going, because the offense sure as heck didn't on the last drive, so at least they've got that going for them. First Coast taking a very long while to break their huddle. They've had a couple of delay of games at this point. And it looks like there will be another one. Nope, they will call a timeout before the delay of game.
Timeout, First Coast.
So having to call a timeout to stop the delay of game, because again, they've taken a while to break their huddle pretty much all game. And I don't know if that's just delayed play calling, if that's the quarterback leadership, or if that's just the fact they have not had anything offensively going and they're not on the same page. But both teams at this point penalty ridden, and from what we've seen from Oakleaf thus far, their 5-1 overall is not showing tonight. That is for sure. First Coast with a 4-2. Kind of same situation. I am not seeing a 5-1 or a 4-2 team right now. I am seeing, at least from this third quarter, I'm seeing like maybe a 3-2 or a 2-3 team face off against another 3-2 or a 2-3 team. Like, you can get some victories obviously, but 5-1 and a 4-2 with this many issues. Scrambling, thrown to number 7 for First Coast, Tony Kennedy. That was David Hunter throwing to Tony Kennedy, and he was eaten up at the 5, and it'll bring up 4th down and the First Coast punting unit. So again, I'm not quite sure. Maybe Oakleaf with this next drive will fix whatever that was, but this second half thus far, and we've got a whole nother quarter to play, I'm aware, but the Oakleaf defense has been the best part of this game thus far. AD Mentor, Dias Mentor on that stop, and then Josiah Brown before that. I mean, high snap, punts away. It is going to go and land at about the 38, and is caught. by number
Caught by
1,
Mike Connor, the third.
Mike Connor, and he will be pretty much immediately tackled. Ball will be spotted at the 42. But yeah, maybe we'll see some Oakleaf action here. This is hopefully going to be a better drive than the last one. The last half of the first half, they weren't able to score. And then the entire second half thus far, eating up almost all of the third quarter, has been nothing but penalty-ridden and 3 and outs. Handoff to Coleman. Right-hand side, brought down by number 8, Miguel Jimenez. And he will go nowhere. Loss of 2 on the play, actually. We'll say loss of 1. And I'll bring up 2nd and 11. McKissick with Coleman again. Bernie in motion. McKissick throwing. He's going to check down and dropped by Sincere Murphy.
Sincere Murphy's going to bring 3rd down.
Which will bring up 3rd down. So a little bit of the same here. Oakleaf not manifesting anything. Passing play, caught by Bernie. He's got a little bit of room. He'll get down to the 20 before finally being brought down. That will give them the 1st down. And there's a penalty on the play, which looks like potentially an offensive holding from the initial observation, as they are calling the offense back. So a good catch and run by Bernie and a pass by McKissick. And they're going to go from the end of the play unsportsmanlike on Oakleaf, and it is at the end of the play, so they will get the yardage and then push it backwards after that. And it should be a 1st down regardless. Actually, scratch that, because they are still within the chains. It'll be a 4th down. So 4th and 5, and they're going for it. McKissick with Coleman. And they will get the encroachment. Which will push them forward at least enough for a 4th and 1. I think they may have a 4th and 6, so that should be a 4th and 1. And the down marker is right on the 1st down. So 4th and inches, maybe? I'm not quite sure. We're going to call it a 4th and half a yard. Nope, now they move the chains. All right, so a 1st and 10 after they finally moved the chains. And it's going to be a pass on the left-hand side to Mike Connor. He'll get to just past the 30.
Mike Connor, the 3rd, is going to
bring up 2nd down.
2nd down. Yeah, 2nd down.
2nd and 10. No, sorry, 2nd and 8. And he did not get out of bounds, so the clock will continue to run. Hand off to Coleman. He is met and then finally stopped.
Number 2, Coleman.
Number 57 on the initial grab, couldn't bring him down. That's Torian Williams, and then he is finally brought down after a gain for a 3rd and 2.
Just short of the first down.
3rd and 1 after they finally spot it.
Short for the Knights.
Another handoff to Coleman. He will get the first down and break through, and in for a touchdown, Oakleaf.
Number 2, Coleman in for
So after a terrible start to the 3rd quarter, Coleman decides to call his own number after finding a beautiful hole in the First Coast defensive line, scampering in 20-plus yards for a touchdown to give them another 6 on the board. And with the extra point from Pena coming, this should be a 24-0 lead with 1:53 remaining so far. The snap, the hold, the kick, it is up, and it is good from Pena. That'll bring up 24-0 Oakleaf.
In the 3rd quarter, your Oakleaf Knights 24, the First Coast Buccaneers 0.
Let's look at the other game we were potentially looking at, because we were potentially looking at the Yulee game tonight. I know we called their score earlier today. Let's just see what it is now, if this one's any better. I don't see an update on that one thus far because I highly doubt it's still in the 2nd quarter, but it's currently 21-0 Yulee, which is what it was last. So I don't think whoever is scoring that has updated that score. Nonetheless, we will see Pena to kick it away after the Oakleaf touchdown and extra point. Ball will be not caught, and there's probably, if there's nothing stopped, number 31 is down, and another Oakleaf player is having to be held back by his teammates. Let's see, number 31 is going to be Travis Scott, a senior linebacker. Number 14 was definitely have some extraterrestrials, AD Mentor. So potentially could have been more penalties. Oakleaf was luckily weren't called, and we'll wait to see how Travis Scott's doing after a word from our partner, First Baptist Church of Orange Park.
First Baptist Church of Orange Park was founded in 1921. Suffice to say, much has changed in Orange Park, Clay County, and the world since then. Though much has changed in the world, our mission remains the same. We are a church intent on fulfilling that mission and are strategically engaged in our community through partnerships with local schools, sports teams, veterans organizations, and more. We are a family equipping church. We invite you to check us out at firstfam.org or join us in person at 1140 Kingsley Avenue, Orange Park, Florida.
We are still waiting to see if Travis Scott is okay. He has been down for a decent minute now. Not seen a whole lot of movement. The training staff still tending to him and trying to make sure he is okay. The officials have sent both teams to the sideline in the meantime, so we will just kind of hang out and pray that he is okay and gets up under his own power here soon. And they are bringing out a cart, so it does not look like he will be able to get up under his own power, or at least is enough that he is not going to be able. We're still waiting for, some type of full brief on the situation, as the coaches and athletic staff from both teams are fully on the field now. This is not something you like to see in high school football. So we'll just kind of stick here for a moment while we hope and pray that he's okay. It does look like they might be bringing out either a sheriff or an EMT. I believe that's a sheriff, to double check him and see what all is going on. So again, hopes and prayers out with Travis Scott, as he is still down on the field right around the 30-yard line after a touchback kickoff from Sam Pena. I did not see what quite happened to him as we were watching where the ball went, not where he went. But hoping and praying he is okay, as there was quite a few extracurriculars on that play. And we will just try to cover what we can, as I'll report any movement, but not wanting to hold on to a scary moment for a player. And it does look like they are bringing the ambulance and the fire department back to the field. So not moving under his own power, first responders on the field, and EMT and fire department coming back to the field. Did try looking back at the replay with where it happened. I did not quite see. I do see, I'm just trying to check back on it and see what we can see. And if there's anything that we can see happen, it does look like he just, from what I'm seeing, took a pretty good block from a First Coast defender down on that side of the field, pretty much right at the 30, and he goes down almost immediately. And it wasn't any type of chop block or anything. It was pretty much just a heads-up block bracing, the First Coast player bracing into him as they come encountered with each other. And he kind of stumbles, not really stumbles, he just kind of falls and rolls to his shoulder. And then the camera goes out of view. So not quite sure what happened, but he does not get up from that. And this is where we're sitting at right now. They are bringing out the stretcher. So again, prayers with him, prayers with his family for a good report of maybe just a concussion or something of the sort. Not a good situation you'd like to see. While they get this sorted, we will take a quick break once again. And when we come back, we'll see if anything is updated since then.
First Baptist Church of Orange Park was founded in 1921. Suffice to say, much has changed in Orange Park, Clay County, and the world since then. Though much has changed in the world, our mission remains the same. We are a church intent on fulfilling that mission and are strategically engaged in our community through partnerships with local schools, sports teams, veterans organizations, and more. We are a family equipping church. We invite you to check us out at firstfam.org or join us in person at 1140 Kingsley Avenue, Orange Park, Florida.
All right, we're back. They are getting ready to load him to the stretcher and then walk him to the ambulance that's waiting at the emergency gate down at the far end of the field. Once again, our prayers with Travis Scott and his family. And hopefully we get a good doctor's report again, maybe just a concussion or something of the sort. And praying that he is okay and not any type of severe injury, as we are waiting to see if they how they're going to do this. They've got him on the board, and he is now on the stretcher. We'll see if maybe we get a thumbs up or a hand signal from him as they walk him off. They've got to get him obviously strapped down and everything first, but again, hoping and praying that he is A-okay. And he is being taken off the field. Not seeing a thumbs up or anything, but he is
Let's give that young man a round of applause.
Being carted off.
And prayers up.
And we will get ready for both teams to retake the field. And they're giving both teams a chance to warm up after that delay in the game. Once again, hoping that Travis is okay and we get a good report from the medical facility just down the road, maybe a 5-minute drive from here, on his condition. I don't know if we will hear anything before the end of the game, but either way, the SSB team is sending our prayers to him and his family after that event. And we will just kind of continue the coverage with the field as both teams are getting a slight warm-up. We are getting the official whistle blow to restart the game, or resume the game. So with that, it will be 1st and 10 for First Coast from the 20-yard line after the touchback. And we have a minute and 53 remaining. Fareed was 31. Travis Scott was the player that we saw at least down. Once again, hoping and praying that he is okay. Also, very crafty that you're on your phone while still playing the game. I imagine it's probably a family member, but either way, hopes and prayers with him. Rolling right is going to be, they're going to call pass interference, it looks like, on number 12. Yep, number 12, Jordan Price. Waiting for the official call. It's going to be holding on the offense.
Holding on the offense.
Pass interference on the defense, they will offset.
Defense, those two penalties will offset, and we will replay the down.
Replay of the first down after roughly a 10-second runoff. Looking to throw, not finding anything, scrambling. He's got enough for the first down, and he's still going. And he will finally be stopped at the 40. That was David Hunter on the carry. They will blow it dead at the 43.
Fitzgerald in attendance here. Please come to the press box. Kylie Fitzgerald, if you are near this young lady, or you know her, please send her to the press box. Once again, Kylie Fitzgerald.
All right, so after a good scramble by David Hunter, putting them at the 42-yard line, First Coast will have a first down and a minute and we'll say 15 after the clock starts remaining. And he's going to do a direct snap scramble. That is number 1 again, David Hunter, and he will go nowhere, and there's a flag on the play.
Quarterback was brought down for a loss. However,
it would be a sack,
laundry on the field.
But we are going to wait for the yellow piece of laundry to be called, and it is a holding call.
Holding on.
Which will, regardless of the sack, push it back 10 yards, and we will resume from the 32.
Officer Kylie Fitzgerald.
Passing play, scrambling to the left-hand side. He's going to take it himself again and scramble out of bounds at around the 38.
Run steps out of bounds. It's going to bring up second down.
That'll be second down after the penalties. And giving an update, the ambulance is now leaving with Travis Scott, the Oakleaf player that was injured. And once again, hopes and prayers out to him and his family from the SSB team. Second and 14 from the 37. Passing play. Scrambling to the right-hand side this time, cutting up the middle. David Hunter moving on his feet once again, and he will be met by number 3 for Oakleaf, TJ Early.
Nice little pickup there until he ran into that wall.
It will be a good pickup, but
it's going to bring up third down.
Man, that was a hard hit from TJ Early. It'll be a 3rd and 8. As we run down the clock here in the 3rd, and this will start the 4th. We will take a break and hear a word from our partner, First Baptist Church of Orange Park, as they flip the field and get ready to start the 4th quarter for the first time tonight. I don't know why first time this game that we're hitting a full quarter in almost half an hour. 9:15 at night right now. Definitely going to be a late game. We've got 12 minutes of football left to play. We'll be back right after this.
Baptist Church of Orange Park was founded in 1921. Suffice to say, much has changed in Orange Park, Clay County, and the world since then. Though much has changed in the world, our mission remains the same. We are a church intent on fulfilling that mission and are strategically engaged in our community through partnerships with local schools, sports teams, veterans organizations, and more. We are a family equipping church. We invite you to check us out at firstfam.org or join us in person at 1140 Kingsley Avenue, Orange Park, Florida.
We are back. Thank you once again, First Baptist Church of Orange Park, for your partnership with us this football season. It is the start of the 4th quarter here at Oakleaf. Your score, Oakleaf leads 24-0. First Coast with the ball, a 3rd and 8 situation. And Hunter looking to pass, not getting anything. 2 flags thrown, and it will probably be some type of holding penalty, as First Coast has not been able to avoid them this game at all. And the initial signal is holding. And it is a holding
We have holding
on the offense, and that will push the 3rd and 8 back.
Repeat, third down.
For a repeat of the 3rd down, we'll say 3rd and 18 now. From the 35. Not quite 18. Yeah, about 18. I'm just counting the yards. About 18. And another penalty flag will fly. Ball wasn't even barely snapped, and it'll be on Oakleaf. So a free 5 yards will bring up 3rd and 12 or 13. We'll say 13. No, it is about 3rd and 12. I'm just trying to read the hashes because they are not painted in very well. 3rd and 12 for First Coast. Hunter looking to pass. He's got a receiver open at about the 45. He's at the 50, and he will dive for the first.
Pass completed for
And they
first
will
down.
spot this. Enough for the first down, and then he will move the chains. So a good pass by Hunter. And I didn't even get the number on the receiver. Number 16. Ronnie Williams Jr., the tight end. Good pass to get them the first down and into Oakleaf territory. It's going to be a handoff. Couple yards on the gain, brought down by number 52,
It's going to bring up 2nd down. for
Christopher
First
Jules.
Coast.
And it'll be a 2nd and 5. Oakleaf bringing the blitz. Hunter breaking a tackle, getting past the line of scrimmage. Be a flag on the play, and he will be brought down near the first down
With a
marker.
flag on the play.
But we got to check on the laundry first and see who done it. And it is looking like they will be another holding penalty on First Coast. So negate the yards and push them back, and they will get another 2nd down
Holding
try
on the offense.
after
10-yard penalty.
the 10-yard penalty.
Replay, 2nd down.
2nd and about 15 now. And we'll run the clock down to where they stopped it. I believe it is about the 10:0, we'll say 10:08. First Coast coming to the line. Hunter looking to pass. Being met by an Oakleaf defender. He does have the receiver.
Screen pass.
It'll be a
for
screen to
First
number
Coast.
6.
Picks up a first down.
Davon Womack. A good pickup on the play for the first down. Check down. Hunter taking the hit and getting the ball there. Putting them back into Oakleaf territory at the 38. And we'll stop the play as there is a false start penalty.
Ball start on the offense.
So that'll be
5-yard
backing them
penalty.
up 5 yards, and it'll be a 1st and 15 from 46. 47. They got to reach the 32. Hunter looking to pass again, and he just dives down as he was about to get smacked. As number 11 from Oakleaf, Ashnell Lucius, just nobody caught him on the block, and that's a smart play by Hunter to just kind of dive down and take the loss without taking the hit. It's a huge loss for them, so it is going to be a second, and man, at this point, I'm wanting to say maybe 30, 25, somewhere around there. I'm just trying to read the hash markers. We'll say 22. And the Oakleaf nearly getting there once again. That will be caught this time. Good pass. That'll be number 11 on the catch, Jalen Pollard. And that will bring up third.
Bring up third down for the Bucks.
So third and, man, at this point, I'm wanting to say 17. Clock never stops, so it will continue to run down past the 7-minute mark, close to the 7-minute mark. 7:15. Hunter looking for the play call. Third down snap is taken. He's looking to pass, and Oakleaf is all over him. He will just end up scrambling, cutting back to the left-hand side. He'll make it to about the 36 before being brought down for a fourth down and 7. And at this point, if you're First Coast, you just go for it. You're this far into the game. Just go for it. Try to get the first down, because otherwise you give Oakleaf the ball and all they've got to do is run the clock down. You're counting down past the 6.5-minute mark, and you're in a fourth and 8 situation with a 0-24 game. You've got to try to put some points on the board. It means you got to take risks. I probably would have done that in the third a little bit with how far down they were. Hunter will take the snap. Number 0, he will pitch it forward to number 7. Number 0 for Oakleaf was pursuing. That was Denario Jacobs. And Hunter will pitch it forward to Tony Kennedy and trying to pick up the first. Clock will stop at 5:47 as they will stop the clock for a water break, and he did not have enough to get the first down, so it will be Oakleaf taking over, as Jermaine Robinson showed us there. When we come back, it'll be first down for Oakleaf, trying to put this game out. 5:48 left to go in your fourth. We'll be right back after this.
Baptist Church of Orange Park was founded in 1921. Suffice to say, much has changed in Orange Park, Clay County, and the world since then. Though much has changed in the world, our mission remains the same. We are a church intent on fulfilling that mission and are strategically engaged in our community through partnerships with local schools, sports teams, veterans organizations, and more. We are a family equipping church. We invite you to check us out at firstfam.org or join us in person at 1140 Kingsley Avenue, Orange Park, Florida.
We're back here on Sunshine State Broadcasting. 5:48 left to go in your fourth. Oakleaf leads 24-0. And it'll be a keeper by number 19, Savion Williams, the second string quarterback.
Was in on that play at quarterback, Savion Williams.
A junior.
He also had a flag on that play.
There is a flag, and it'll be holding on Oakleaf.
Back him up and
so that'll negate
that first down.
The gain and push them back 10 for a 1st and 20. Oakleaf putting out their second string, getting them some playing time with this 24-0 lead in the 4th. It'll be a handoff up the
handoff to Ezra Brown.
Middle, number 28 on the carry, Ezra Brown, a junior.
He's going to bring up 2nd down for the Knights.
So you've got Jack McKissick is a senior, and Fareed Coleman is a senior. And then we got an Oakleaf player down. Number 77 is not getting up. That is Vladimir Adamasi. And he is face down. As someone said very beautifully in the crowd, read the room as the band was starting to play. Another player down, number 77, Vladimir Adamasi, a senior. And he does get up under his own power. This is a good thing we like to see after the terrible incident earlier with Travis Scott. So good to see him up under his own power and just being shaken up on the play. And the band will restart the song that they were told to read the room on. Just over 5 minutes left here in the 4th. The second string for Oakleaf trying to put this game down. Another handoff.
Inside handoff again.
This will be to number 28 again, Ezra Brown.
Going to bring up 3rd down for the Knights.
So you've got a good, Oakleaf has got a fairly stacked team at this point. They've got Jack McKissick and Fareed Coleman, both seniors. They've got Ezra Brown and Savion Williams, both juniors. And then right beneath that, I believe they have Amari Green, which is number 17, and obviously a few sophomore running backs. They've got a 1st, 2nd, and a 3rd string nearly picked off. Number 8 was there on the coverage, Miguel Jimenez, who couldn't bring it in. The pass was intended for trying to get a number as he's sideways. Number 16, TJ James, Terrence James. I imagine he probably just goes by TJ for the initials. But Oakleaf has got, a couple of years of learning that they're pushing out here with just their 1st, 2nd, and like I said, I would assume 3rd string, if I remember correctly, was number 34, Jordan Battles. Punt is going to be a high one, left side of the field, nearly landing at the 50, and I believe it'll bounce out right around the 50.
Giovanni Garcone on that punt.
And that was Garcone on the punt.
First Coast.
And they will spot it at the 49 of First Coast.
Right around the 50-yard line.
So, as I did not stop the clock, it looks like we have 3:50, maybe 3:58, as the clock on the last digit is on its last leg at the Oakleaf scoreboard. I'll watch it and see where we're at. But first down for First Coast with their potentially last drive, depending on their clock management. trying to put some points on the board. Passing it, number 7, caught. He's on the run, right-hand side, and he will be brought down by number 4. That's Tony Kennedy on the pass catch, and Jermaine Robinson on the tackle. He will get enough for the first down, so we will stop the clock for the chains movement and then restart it here in just a second as the clock will start to wind. 3:40 and counting. Ball is at the 29 of Oakleaf's territory. First Coast trying to push into the red zone and maybe put some points on the board before this is up to not make it a complete shutout. It's going to be a handoff to number 7. He's going up the left-hand side, and he will gain a quick little bit before finally being stopped. Tony Kennedy on the
bring up second down for the Bucs.
On the run again, and we have another Oakleaf player down. I did not catch a number on this one, but we will wait for the training staff to come back out. That's number 55 for Oakleaf, Mason Thomas. And he will get up under his own power. Another good thing to see. Looks like he has a little bit of a limp on maybe that right ankle limp getting off the field. It'll be a 2nd and 7 for First Coast from about the 26. Clock starting. Snap taken. Hunter looking to pass. He's seeing nothing, moving left side of the field. There will be another flag, probably for another offensive holding penalty, as that has been a thing. As soon as he starts to scramble, the offense just doesn't let go, and it brings the ball back and negates everything he's done with the play. Yep, holding on the offense. It's as soon as he makes that turn and cut, they just do not let go, and they're going to call it every time. They've called it all game, and that has pushed First Coast back outside of any potential first down territory. It'll be a repeat 2nd down, and roughly 17 it looks like. Hunter taking the snap again, looking to pass, looking right-hand side, going deep and nearly picked off.
Broken up by Jacobs,
number 0, Denario Jacobs, nearly had the interception, had his hands on it, and number 2, sorry, Marley Moe for First Coast just kind of breaking up his ability to secure that ball, and that'll bring up 3rd down. 2:28 it looks like left to go. Hunter looking to pass once again, scrambling, and he will be sacked. Number 18, it looks like, for Oakleaf. Yep, Dequan Beecham on the sack, and that'll bring it back for a 4th down. Clock winding down to the 2-minute mark. Fourth and we'll say 20 at this point at least. Yeah, definitely 4th and 20. They have to reach the 18-yard line, and they are, sorry, yeah, the 18. And they are at the 42, so not quite 20. My math might be off. I'm trying to look at the hashes once again. They definitely have, 4th and a country mile at this point, minute and a half counting down. Hunter taking the snap and holding definitely on that side, but not being called. And that will almost be intercepted once again. Couldn't bring it in. That seems to be a common thing. TJ early on that one. It's that wet ball, getting your hands on it, but not being able to do much with it. That will stop your clock, and Oakleaf will take over to put this game out. Minute and 17 left to go here in the 4th at Oakleaf. They lead 24-0. Oakleaf getting ready to start their last drive. He will take the snap, roll to his left, and throw and catch. Number 16 on the catch. TJ Terrence James.
TJ James.
And no penalty called, but definitely some extracurriculars on the field happening after the play between these teams. Neither team happy. That was a first down. Neither team happy with playing right now, apparently. At least some of the players. We've got whistle blown and then stopped. Okay. Most likely an equipment warning. Handoff, and he will be met the line, and he breaks the tackle, breaks another with his spinning moves. That's Ezra Brown on the running. Bring up the second down after he triple spin to pick up 4 yards for a 2nd and 6. Man was holding down the circle button and just spinning to the left. PlayStation reference for those who didn't get it. Otherwise, it'd be the B button if you're Xbox. I play both, mostly PC though, so either way. And he's going to scramble to the right-hand side. Number 19 on that one, that's Savion Williams. He'll have enough for the first down.
Nice. Tough running there.
And that'll push the clock down inside the 20-second mark. Potentially maybe one more snap if they feel like it, but that should end the... Nope. Coach is calling into the sideline. That's going to be the end of the game.
This is our last regular season home game for the night.
This will be the last home game for Oakleaf, and it was their homecoming game, so they have won out on homecoming, 24-0 to finish it out. Your final after apparently I'm going all the way to overtime.
Please join us tomorrow for the homecoming dance. Have fun night.
Where's my final button? There we go, final. I found it. We had a new button for it. Your final here in Oakleaf, 24-0 at the end of the game. Once again, we want to put out our prayers to Travis Scott after that injury that paused the game in the 3rd quarter. Wanting to hope that he is okay. And if anything is wrong, he has a speedy recovery to resume playing with his teammates as soon as potentially next week is our hope. Obviously, we don't want to see him out for long, and hoping he's okay and it's nothing serious, just maybe a little shakeup that they wanted to get looked at. Thoughts and prayers out with him and his family. A victory here for Oakleaf. Hopefully they can maybe watch some footage of their 3rd quarter that they did have, and then their first half, and see what they did correctly then and not repeat it in the 3rd here, because that was not a 5-1 team that we saw tonight, at least against this team. No offense to First Coast, they have put up decent, but a 4-2 team overall that wasn't showing very good offensive drives. Oakleaf defense was all over them for sure. And an Oakleaf offense that's 5-1, and in my opinion, didn't do a lot to prove it. So hopefully they can do some improvements, and in their away games for the rest of the season, put out some good effort and secure more victories. They are currently first in their district with the 1-0 lead, and First Coast is 0-1. So we're going to wish both teams well in the rest of their season. No injuries for the rest of the teams because we don't like to see them, obviously. But for the Sunshine State Broadcasting team, that'll end us here. For Courtney Wallace on the camera, I'm Garrett Bindford. Thank you for watching. We appreciate you guys watching. We appreciate your enduring with us through our technical difficulties in the first quarter that we should have the recording of. There may not be a lot of audio to it, but we will have the recording of it. We appreciate your ability to sustain us in what has been a very odd football season for us. What once was a 5+ man crew, now being a 2-man crew, and we're trying to stick with it and endure with it. We do appreciate you guys sticking with us and supporting us. And once again, First Baptist Church of Orange Park, wanting to thank them for their partnership with us and allowing us to pursue our goal of just putting out content and sponsorship, or not sponsorship, the content and the viewership that these high school players so deserve. So we'll hear one last time from them. Your final here at Oakleaf, 24-0. You guys have a good night.
First Baptist Church of Orange Park was founded in 1921. Suffice to say, much has changed in Orange Park, Clay County, and the world since then. Though much has changed in the world, our mission remains the same. We are a church intent on fulfilling that mission and are strategically engaged in our community through partnerships with local schools, sports teams, veterans organizations, and more. We are a family equipping church. We invite you to check us out at firstfam.org or join us in person at 1140 Kingsley Avenue, Orange Park, Florida.